Step right up, hurry, hurry, before the show begins. My friends, stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will attain. It'll only cost you 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me. See the man with the broken heart, you'll see that he is sad. He hurts so bad, so bad, so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the man who's been crying for a million years. So many tears, so many tears. See the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest little show in all the land. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Step right on in. Step right on in.
Hello everyone and welcome to session 3 of the Global Black Feminist Reading Circle. My name is Randie Henderson and I am one of the Black Feminist Reading Circle members of this online group. This session runs from January 20th until June 2nd and includes 2 week-long breaks. Our democratically selected reading material is Harriet A. Washington's book, Medical Apartheid, The Dark History of Medical Experimentation on Black Americans from Colonial Times to the Present. Our book group meets each Tuesday evening from 6:30 to 8 on the Google Plus Hangouts on Air platform. You may find the Global Black Feminist Reader Circle on Google Plus, YouTube, and Facebook, and always feel free to join us in reading our story together. Hello everyone, tonight I am moderating Chapter 3. I am Randie and I'm watching from Atlanta, Georgia, and I hope my lights and everything stay on for everybody. We should be okay though. And I guess we can start with Michelle.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michelle Odom. I am one of the co-hosts of the Global Black Feminist Reading Circle. Welcome to Session 3. meeting 4. We're reading Harriet A. Washington's Medical Apartheid, and it's been a very enlightening book. There's still plenty of time to join in if you would like to. I am watching tonight from Brooklyn, New York. Georgette?
Hello, everyone. My name is Georgette Moses. I'm watching from Columbia, South Carolina. I'm glad to see everybody made it despite weather and other circumstances. So looking forward to tonight.
I'm Joel JJ from Charleston. Glad to be here. I don't have much to say because I don't count much. I'm a man.
When you get off
Joel, you matter. Hi, my name is Venita Walker. I'm joining you from Connecticut. Welcome. Happy to see everyone here.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I'm also in Brooklyn, and I'm happy to be here. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Y'all know this week is my week, and so after I do the summary, I put people's names by the passages to make it flow a little more easily, because I know that we've been having technical difficulties and we've been going in and out. So like Georgette does the first question, reads the first passage and the first question, and then anybody who wants to give an answer to that question too, and then Michelle reads the second one, and then she also answers the second question, so that we're not all trying to see who's going to answer it first. The person who reads it basically answers first. Chapter 3, Circus Africanus, takes us on a journey of black bodies put on display, violated, mocked, and other egregious crimes, all in the name of profit. So also this chapter is Circus Africanus, the popular display of black bodies. So in this chapter, Harriet Washington discusses the horrific life of widower Odom Benga, put on display at the New York Zoological Gardens, Henry Moss, a black man who sought to profit off his skin's color change, but was acquired by Dr. Charles Caldwell, and never did a show of his own again. Harriet Washington also discussed Saartjie Baartman, how she was paraded around multiple countries, raped, and only given a portion, if any, of the money her captors made off her body. And lastly, in this chapter, we learned of Joice Heth, said to be 161 years old, the anonymous wild men, Calvin Bird, Zip, Blind Tom, Thomas Bethune, and the performances of P.T. Barnum, who began his career by performing in blackface, but capitalized on his career by the exploitation of black people with vitiligo. This chapter was most troubling, but highlighted the fact that white people profited off of black bodies even without scientific reasons. This chapter shows us all how deep, dangerous, and peculiar white fetishes are, but it also highlights names we are not taught about and helps us better understand the iatrophobia Harriet used Africans of the diaspora and African Americans face when they have the option to seek professional medical help. Okay, question 6, or passage 6. But in 1810, Robert Wedderburn of Jamaica, founder of London's African Association, Baartman denied before an English court that she was being held against her will, and indicated that she appeared in order to earn a share of the attraction's profit. However, no contract was produced, and she probably received, probably received little or nothing of the hoped for profit, so she certainly was exploited. So basically that passage was the founder of the Robert brought her to court to say that she was being exploited. She said that she wasn't held against her will and that she was getting profits. But in 1815, the last day of her life, Baartman began drinking heavily, which may have contributed to her death from infectious illness at 27. This was on page 85. Sorry, y'all, I missed that. So the question is, Baartman denied her abuse. Was this interesting to you? Do you believe she may have been coerced? Sadly, she also abused alcohol. Do you believe she would have had to had she not felt exploited? This was interesting to me. I had heard this before, that she had denied it in court, and immediately I thought that she had to be on something, and then when I read later that she had liked a drink or three, I, thought maybe she was a functional alcoholic by this point. Of everything that she had endured. The chapter says she was, she was raped, she was poked, prodded, that she must have internalized that and probably had been promised some type of compensation if she denied in court that she was held against her will. But during this time, I'm trying to figure out how much consent could she probably given, and would have been, I don't know. I thought that whole passage was very tricky. I was very surprised. I did feel like that she was on something at this point, not just coerced, but maybe she wasn't really her full self, and probably had alcohol and other things that I wouldn't be surprised about.
Well, I think that, in my opinion, if someone been in a condition for so long, maybe that was her normancy. She might have looked at it this way: it's like, I didn't fight back, so I did it on my own free will. Kind of like a, Stockholm syndrome type thing. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times the victim blame themselves. I think it's no different than it ever has been. Where it's my fault, I contribute to it, I agreed to it, and he's all right, he wasn't that bad, or whatever.
But do we really know that she denied her abuse? As we read in previous chapters, these folks made up whatever they wanted to make up. Yeah. They said a lot of stuff. Barnum, what's his name?
Baartman.
The circus gentleman, Barnum. He made up all kinds of crap. She denied anything.
He was
I have to take all this with a grain of salt. Oh, but pathological, he was beyond pathological. Okay, so we can't even go by what they say. That I don't even believe the woman denied anything. I don't think she was given the opportunity to deny anything. So I can't. I don't really put much weight to that. I mean, it could have very well happened, but no, I can't. I still can't put any weight to anything because what they said what they wanted to say. Whatever fit their needs, they made up things, imaginary diseases, imaginary things happening or not happening. No, I can't go by that. Poor thing, but I can't go by that.
Yeah. And I agree with whoever it was. Was it Randie or Joel that said, about blaming yourself.
Yes. I mean, that could go up in it too, but once again, I just have a hard time believing a lot, because so many things are fabricated to fit their needs, whatever they might be at that time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and in terms of the alcohol, or substance abuse, I think that is directly related to not having your bottom line in place that I was talking about earlier. Yeah. I think if you're in the world and people are just beating up on you in one way or another, and you don't have the skills or the courage or the whatever it takes to stand up for yourself, and you're valuing survival above all else, then you need a coping mechanism. And alcohol and drugs and cigarettes and all of the everything is considered an addiction these days. Sex addiction, shopping addiction, porn addiction. But all of these things that we do that deaden our capacity to feel anything are methods of coping. So I think the only way for us to let go of the coping mechanisms is to really value our own authenticity.
Thank you, Michelle.
The sun shall begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make